Hi everyone, my name is Maria and I work in digital marketing. I live in Scotland, so excuse the jumper. It's been a long day, so I'm wearing what I'm wearing. And quickly in this video, I wanted to share some of the excuses that I felt before switching to digital marketing, and what I'm hoping if you feel in the same way I felt, that this can be one of the testimonies that will encourage you to persevere and start your career in digital marketing. When I say switching to digital marketing, that was actually a big word and not entirely true before. And I think the excuse number one is not having education or any cool office job background. So what I was doing before, I was working for years at Amazon. Yes, it was part-time, and yes, I did manage to go to college and get a 2-year college certificate diploma um, in accounting, so a completely different field. But let me assure you, no one really cares. Not once I was asked that I worked at Amazon before. I did get internship online, so I managed someone's Google ad account before I got my first digital marketing job. So again, if you're like me, if you don't have a degree, or you just work in a warehouse or any other job that doesn't require you to have a degree, you're in a cool, like, don't worry about that. That is not something that is going to hold you back. Another source of worry was my age. I was 27 when I got my first remote internship, and then when I joined my first junior position at the office. And yeah, I was kind of scared because all of those entry level positions are usually taken by somebody who's a lot younger. And I guess when you watch all those movies about offices, I was worried about random duties like bringing coffees for everyone. And I've never felt really that my age was really a factor. Now I'm 29 and I look back at it, heck, 27, I was so young. And even if you are like younger or older than that, it's still pretty cool and it's pretty acceptable either switching field or joining as a junior person into the office. And besides, no, like I never had to be bringing Starbucks or like coffee for everyone in the office. And since I have switched to work fully remotely, so the only person I'm making coffee is me. My other concern was that English is not my first language and that my accent can be a bit funny sometimes. And I was wondering, and I was a little bit concerned, how would I be writing big reports? I did write those a little bit when I was at college, but as I mentioned before, my previous workplace was Amazon. No reports need to be written there. But it all depends on agency or employer that you have. For some, you'll be writing big reports. For some, it's just few lines, and that's okay. I first learned about digital marketing jobs from various random YouTube videos, and then I kind of worried what if the job market got really full, and some of those videos that you watch and the stories that you hear, people will be saying, oh yeah, did some kind of course online and after 2 weeks I got a job. Well, it took me a lot longer, and I was wondering if it was just a fad, it was just some kind of silly idea. No, it's all true. If you get into digital marketing, you learn things online about PPC, that's where I work, or SEO, or about any other topic, you can absolutely get a job. And even now, I'm happily employed. I get messages on LinkedIn at least once a week, always asking me if I'm interested in any other positions. So there's definitely a huge demand. I can at least speak about the UK. Okay, so concern or excuse, another concern or excuse was that I really enjoyed living in villages, and I really enjoy going hiking and just not living in the city. And I felt I had to sacrifice some of that to get this job because all of the major employers are in big cities. For Scotland, they're all in either Glasgow or Edinburgh. But my first job, I had to commute for an hour and a half. But luckily, I only had to do it for 2.5 weeks. And then COVID happened, and then my employer, then luckily, they chose to switch to working from home earlier than it was required by the government. So that was a huge relief, and I didn't have to travel anymore. And since then, I have switched to a fully remote job so I can work anywhere in the UK. I feel it's absolutely easier once you have experience. It's a lot bit more challenging if you're not, but it's possible. There are agencies that work fully remotely, and I feel more and more will be accepting people on the fully remote basis. So even with junior or starting out positions, you will absolutely be able to find a fully remote job and continue living where you're happy to be living. And as an additional note, what I find really cool about all sorts of digital and tech jobs, you really don't need to dress up anymore. And even all of the interviews I had in the past, you can basically turn up like this. Obviously, I had other jumpers, like just without any writings, but it was never, white top and, dark bottom. No. And sometimes you would be expected maybe to slightly wear something tidier for a client meeting. But other than that, everybody wears t-shirt. And if you have a cute black or white t-shirt, you can literally go through all of the interviews, all of your general video calls, and all of your client calls. You'll look just as cool, and I absolutely love that. I feel sometimes dressing up is unnecessary, and that is not non-digital marketing, my personal opinion, that sometimes clothing industry really contributes to pollution. So for example, me, I bought this jumper off eBay. It was used, so I'm giving it a second life. I hope you find this video helpful, and if you were able to relate to any of the excuses I had before, I really do hope that this can maybe motivate you to start earlier and not to question yourself on silly things. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can also watch some other videos from my inexperienced collection. But honestly, thank you.